both alike in dignity.
In fair Verona, where we lay our scene,
from ancient grudge, break to new mutiny,
where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes,
a pair of star-crossed sluggers stake their life,
Whose misadventure piteous overthrows,
do with their death bury their parents' strife,
the fearful passage of their death-marked love,
and the continuance of their parents' rage,
which but their children's end not could remove,
is now the 2-hour traffic of our stage.
the which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Gregory, on my word, will not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we be in collar, will draw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out the collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house shall move me. To stand, I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
That shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
'Tis true. And therefore women, being the weaker vessels, are ever thrust to the wall. Therefore I will push Montague's men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall. And when I have fought with the men, I'll be cruel with the maids and cut off their heads.
Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run.
Let us take the law of our sons. Let them begin.
I will frown as I walk by, and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law on our side if I say I?
No.
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you do.
Oh, no better.
Well, sir.
Say better, here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw if you be men. Beggary, remember thy washing blow. Put up your weapon. Never know what you do. What? Art thou drawn amongst these harlot eyes?
Sir Benvolio, look upon thy death.
But keep the peace. Put up your weapon or manage it to part these men. Drawn into a king. I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and these. To thee, coward. Down with their Give me my long footballs! My sword, I say, of Montague is come! Boris is his blade in spite of me! Hold me not! Let me go!
Thou shalt not stir one hand to take us
Enemies, will not hear what hold you men, you beasts! Graves with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. Hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word by thee, Capulet, and Montague, have Christ disturbed the path of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For the time, the rest depart. Capulet, you come along with me. Montague, come you this afternoon. to do our measure in this place. On pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary and yours. Close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared, which as he breathed defiance to mine ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more, and fought on part and part, till the prince came and parted either part.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drew me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into the covert of the wood. I, measuring his affections by my own, pursued my humour, not pursuing his, and gladly shunned who gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the all-cheering sun should in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains of Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home my heavy sun, and private in his chamber pens himself, makes himself an artificial night.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can I learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends. But he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself so secret and so close, as is the bud bit with an envious worm. Ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as no.
See, where he comes. So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance will be much denied.
Oh, thou wert so happy by thy stay to hear true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
I mean, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eye see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh, me. What fray was here? Here is much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, O brawling love, O loving hate, O anything of nothing first create? This love feel I, that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz. I rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Why such is love's transgression? Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown me doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Farewell, cuz.
Soft. I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
That I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some other where.
Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love?
Or shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why no, but sadly tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
A right good mark, man, and she's fair I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, is soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you miss. She will not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit. She will not stay the siege of loving tongues, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor, that when she dies, with beauty dies her store.
Then she hath sworn she shall still live chaste.
She hath, and in that despairing makes huge waste. She is too wise, too fair, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead, that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eye.
'Tis the way to call her.
Examine other beauties.
Oh, 'tis the way to call hers exquisite, in question more. He that is struck in blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Farewell, cuz thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I in penalties alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honourable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying over what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger to this world. She's not yet seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she are happy mothers made.
And too soon marred are those so early made. The earth has swallowed up all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you, among the store, one more, most welcome makes my number more. Look you to behold this night, earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light, such comfort as lusty young men feel when well-apparelled April on the heels of limping winter treads. Even such delight among fresh female buds shall you inherit this night at my house. Hear all see, and like her most whose merits most shall be, which on more view of many, my being one shall stand in number, though in reckoning none. Come, go with me. Go, Sarah. Trudge through fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house, my welcome, on their pleasure stays. Come, Paris.
Find them out, whose names are written here. It is written that the tailor should meddle with his last, the shoemaker with his yarn, the fisherman with his pencil, and the tailor with his nets. But I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned in good time.
Tut, man, one fire burns out, another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Take now some new infection of the eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Oh, your plant and leaf is excellent for that.
For what, I pray thee?
For your broken shin.
What, Romeo, art thou mad?
I'm not mad, but bound more than a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without food, whipped and tormented, and... Good end, good fellow.
God give good end, I pray, sir. Can you read?
I my own fortune in my misery.
Perhaps you've learnt it without book, but I pray, can you read anything you see?
If I know the letters and the language.
Yeah. You say honestly. Rest you merry.
Oh, stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, and Livia, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up.
Whither to supper?
To our house.
Or to whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell you, without asking. My master is the great, rich Capulet. And if you be not one of the house of Montague, then I pray, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merrily.
At this same ancient feast of Capulets, sups the fair Rosaline whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face to some that I shall show, and I shall make thee think thy swan a crow.
Oh, one fairer than my love?
Yes.
The all-seeing sun, ne'er saw her match since first the world begun. I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of my love.
Nurse! 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 Where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now, while my maiden had a 12-year-old bear to come. What love? What lady? God forbid, where's the girl? What Juliet?
How now, who calls?
Martha.
Madam, I'm here, which is your will. This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while, we must talk in secret. Nurse! Come back again. I have remembered me thou's he our counsel. Thou knows my daughter's of a pretty age.
She's not 14. How long is it now to Lammastide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd. Of all days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14? Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But as I said, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14? That shall she marry? I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years and she was weaned. I never shall forget it of all days of the year upon that day, for then she could stand alone. Nay, by the rood, she could have run and waddled all about, for even the day before she broke her brow. And then my husband, God be with his soul, he was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit. Wilt thou not, Jewel? A pretty wretch at left crying and said,
Enough of this! I pray thee hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. But I cannot choose but laugh to think it should leave crying and say aye. And yet I warrant it had upon its brow a bump as big as a young cockerel stone. Yea, quoth my husband, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou comest of age. Wilt thou not, Jewel? A pretty wretch it stinted and said aye.
Instant now do I pray thee say aye.
Pace, I have done. And I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary! That Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married? It is an honour I've dreamed not of.
An honour! Were I not thine only nurse, I would say thou had such wisdom from my teeth.
Well, think of marriage now. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now made. Thus then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, man, young lady, such a man.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Name's a flower, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? Tonight you shall behold him at our feast. Read over the volume of young Paris's face, and find delight read there with beauty's pen. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover. So shall you share all that he doth possess, by having him, making yourself no less.
No less. Nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like if looking like you move, but no more deep will I endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it.
Madam, the guests are come. Supper served up. You called. My lady asked for. The nurse cursed in the pantry and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. Please, I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the count is stayed.
Come, girl. Seek happy nights for happy days.
What shall this speech be spoke for our excuse? Or shall we on without apology?
We'll have no Cupid hoodwink with a scarf, nor no without but prologue faintly spoke after the prompter for our entrance. But let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Oh, give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I'll bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you done.
Oh, not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
Thou art a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common ground.
I'm to soar and pierce with his shafts, to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull wall. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Oh, is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
I'm not going to enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
Oh, I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I'm done.
If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire, or save your reverence, love, wherein thou stickest to the ears. Come, we burn daylight. Come!
Oh, nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay, we waste our lights. In vain lights by day.
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Oh, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
While in bed asleep, they do dream things true.
Oh! Then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife and comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the full finger of an alderman. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, the wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the covers of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the collar of the moonshine's watery beams, the whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagon a small grey-coated gnat. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. And sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out her suit. And sometimes comes she with a typic's tale, tickling a parson's nose as a lies asleep, and then dreams he of yet another benefits. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscados, of Spanish blades, of hells 5 fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened, says a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is that very man that blacks the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf flocks in foul, sluttish hands. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and nerves them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Peace! Mercutio, peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain begot of nothing, but vain fantasy, and as thin of substance as the air, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the North.
This wind you speak of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives. Some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen!
Where strike, drum? Where is it? And he help not to take away, he shift the trencher, he scrape a trencher.
Good manners shall lie all in one or two men's hands, and they unwashed too. 'Tis a foul thing.
Away with this joint
Up
storm.
to the flames. Hurry up!
Good thou, save me a piece of marchway. And as thou lovest me, let the porter make him Susan Grindstone. And now,
Susan Grindstone.
Potpan! Ready? You are looked for, called for, asked for, and sought.
Welcome, gentlemen! Ladies that have their toes unplagued with corns shall have a bout with you. Aha, my mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? Oh, am I come near you now? Oh, you are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. Darling. This unlooked for sport comes well made, sit good cousin Capulet facing. For you and I are past our dancing day. How long is now since yourself and I were in a mask?
My lady, sir, 13 years.
Oh man, 'tis not so much, 'tis not so much. 'Tis since the nuptials of Lucentio come, Pentecost so quickly as it will. Some 25 years, then we must.
No, 'tis more, 'tis more. His son is elder, sir. His son is 30.
Will you tell me that his son was award 2 years ago?
What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. The measure done I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now? Forswear its sight, for I ne'er sought true beauty till this night.
This like his voice should be unwanting you, especially my wife and boy. What dares that slave come in the cupboard with an antique face to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? And now by the stock and honour of my king to strike him dead, I hold it not a thing.
Why, how now, cousin? Why stormed you so?
Uncle, this is our foe, a Montague, a villain, hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
Right, 'tis he that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. I would not for the wealth of all this town here in my house do him disbandment. Therefore, I shall show a fair presence, put off these frowns and ill-beseeming semblance for a
But
feast.
it fits when such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured, what goodman boy, go to. I say he shall. Am I the master here or you? Go to. You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my house.
Uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to, this trick may chance escape you. I know what you contrary me. Marry, 'tis time. Be quiet, or more light. For shame, I'll make you quiet. What? Cheerily, my heart.
Shall withdraw, but this intrusion, now seeming sweet, shall convert to bitter gall.
Profaned with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle finest this, my lips to blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which manly devotion shows in this. Saints have hands which pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmers kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou less faith, turn to despair.
Saints do not move, they grant for prayer's sake.
Oh, then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips, oh trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book.
Madam! Your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Marry, bachelor. Her mother is a lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and virtuous. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh dear account. My life is my foe's dead.
Away, be gone. The sport is at the best.
Aye, so I fear. More is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet toward. What? Is it ever so? Why, then I thank you. I thank you all. Oh, good night, honest gentlemen, good night. More torches here. Well, come on then, let's to bed. I steer by my fay it waxes late. I'll to my rest.
Nurse, what is your gentleman?
The son and heir of old Tiberio.
And what is he that followed and would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown and known too late.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now when I danced before.
Juliet, alarm! Come, lady, let's away. The strangers are all gone.
Now old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gates to be his heir. That fair for which love groaned for and would die, with tender Juliet matched, is now not fair. Now Romeo is beloved and loves again, alike bewitched by the charm of looks. But to his foe supposed he must complain, and she steals love's sweet bait from fearful hooks. Being held a foe, he may not have excess to breathe such vows as lovers used to swear. And she as much in love, her means much less, to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lends them power, time means to meet, tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo!
my cousin Romeo!
He's wise and on my life. They've stolen him home to bed.
They ran this way. Call me.
Nay, I'll come to it. Romeo.
Humours. Madman. Passion. Lover.
Appear thou in the likeness of a sigh, speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied.
He stirreth not.
He moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eyes, and her high forehead, and her scarlet lip, that in thy likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him. Oh, this cannot anger him. My invocation is fair and honest.
In his mistress's name, I conjure only to raise up him.
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees. Blind is his love, best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now will he sit under a medlar tree and wish his mistress were that kind of fruit as maids call medlars when they love? Romeo, good night. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then. 'Tis in vain to seek him here that he is not to be found.
He jests as scars that never felt a wound. What soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing what of that. Her eye discourses. I will answer it. Unto bold 'tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head. The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, if I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
I mean...
Oh, she speaks! Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white, upturned, wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? 'Tis nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection that he owes without that title. Oh, Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all of myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I will be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened in nights who stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I overpunch these walls, for a stony livid can a whole love out. And what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no threat to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I'm proof against their enmity.
How camest thou hither?
I have night scope to hide me from their eyes, but if thou love me, let them find me here. My life is better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
By whose direction comest thou out this place?
Oh, by love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed by the farther sea. I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek, for that which thou have heard me speak tonight. Oh, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I'll believe thee. Yet if thou swearst, thou may prove false. At lovers' perjuries they say Jove laughs. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse, and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. Tell's not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my haviour light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that which thou overheard ere I was where my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love which the dark night has so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear that tips with silver all.
Not by the moon, the inconstant moon, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
Oh, what shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's
Or
dear...
do not swear at all. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. 'Tis too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which does cease to be ere one says it lightens. Good night, good night. May sweet repose and rest lie in thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Or the exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine?
I did give it thee before thou did request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Or wouldst thou withdraw it for what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. I want but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Madam!
I hear some noise within. Dear lover Jew. Anon, good nurse. Dear Montague, be true, stay but little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. Being in night, I'm afeard. This is all but a dream. Too flattering, sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
Anon I come! But if thou meanest not well, I beseech thee,
Madam!
by and by I come, to cease thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So try my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love, as schoolboys from their books. But love from love, toward school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers tongue by night, like softest music attending to ears.
Romeo.
My dear.
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. It is 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Oh, let me stand here till thou remember it.
I will forget having thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I will still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
It is almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird, that lets it hop a little from her hand, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I would kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest.
Smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. I must upfill this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true remedies. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence, and medicine power.
Good morrow, father.
Benedicite, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues the distempered head to bid good morrow so early to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care does lodge, sleep may never lie. But where a bruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs, there golden sleep may reign. Thy earliness doth me assure that thou art uproused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
Oh, that last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Hast thou been with Rosaline?
Oh, with Rosaline? My ghostly father, no. I have forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's good, my son. But where hast thou been, then?
I'll tell thee ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, that's by me wounded. Both our remedies within thy help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, my son, and homely in thy drift, for riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on her, so hers is set on mine, and all combined saved, what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vows. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou did love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesus Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline! The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears, thy old groans ring yet on my ancient ears. Lo, here on thy cheek a stain doth sit, but old tear not washed off yet. If e'er thou wast thyself and these woes were thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline.
Thou chidest me off for loving Rosaline,
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
and biddest me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace, and love for love allow. The other did not so.
She knew well thy love did read by rote, and could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect shall thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancour to pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow. Feet stumble that run too fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
Why, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, tormenting so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
Challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart, cleft with the blind bowboy's butt shaft, and is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats. Oh, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He, but as you sing Brixton, keeps time, distance, proportion, rests me his minim rest. 1, 2, and the third in your bottom, the very butcher of a silk button. A duelist. A duelist. Ah, the immortal Passata. Punto reverso. The hey! The what? Oh, the voice of such antic, lisping, affecting fantastic as these new tunes of accents. By Jesus, a very good blade, a very tall man, a very good haul. Why, it's not this lamentable thing, grandsire, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these pardonnez-moi, who stand so much on the new form that they cannot sit at ease on an old bench. But here comes Romeo, without his robe, like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, how thou art fishified. Signor Romeo. Bonjour. Here's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairy last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Oh, pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much to say. Such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hand.
Meaning to courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very ping of courtesy.
Oh, paying for flower.
Oh, come between us, good Benvolio, my wit's fame.
Or switch and his purse, or I will cry him out.
No. If our wits run the wild goose chase, I am done. For thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in my whole 5. Was I with you there for the goose?
Thou wast never with me for anything when thou was not there for the goose.
I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Thy wit is a very bitter sweeting, 'tis a most sharp sword.
And is it not well served into a sweet goose?
Why, is not this better now than groaning for love now? Art thou sociable now? Art thou Romeo? Now art thou what thou art,
By art as well as by nature, for this drivelling love is like a great natural.
that's lolling up and down to hide his warble in a
Enough, stop there, stop there.
Oh, here's a goodly guess.
A sail! A sail!
It's in a shirt and a smock.
Peter!
None.
My fan, Peter!
Peter! Her fan. To hide her face, for her fan is the fairer face.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God ye good deed, fair gentle.
Is it a good deed, then?
'Tis no less, for the bawdy hand off the dial is past the break of noon.
Out upon you. What a man are you?
Oh, one gentlewoman, nurse, that God hath made for himself to mar.
By my troth, it is well said, by himself tomorrow. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I might find young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you found him than he was when you sought him. I'm the youngest of that name for fault of a verse.
You say well.
Yea, is the worst well? Oh, very well took in faith, wisely.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She'll indict him to some supper.
A ball! So,
Oh, what hast thou found?
nothing, sir, unless a answer in a letter pocket. There'd be something stale and ere it be spent. No, hair-ho, and no hair-ho is very good meat in Lent. And a hair that is horse too good for a skull, as it all ere it be spent. No hair-ho, and no hair-ho is very good meat in Lent. And a hair that is horse too good for a skull, as it all ere it be spent. Ho! Romeo, will you to your father's? We'll to dinner thither. I will follow you. Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell, lady. Oh, lady. Lady.
I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was so full of his ropery?
One gentleman nurse that loves to hear himself talk, and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And he speak anything against me, and I'll take him down. And I was lusty than he is, and 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, I shall find one that can. Saucy knave. I am none of his flirt games. I am none of his scheme mates. And thou must stand by too, and suffer every knave to use me as his pleasure.
I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had, my weapon would quickly have been out. I warrant you, I dare draw as quickly as another man if I see occasion of a good quarrel, and the law be on my side.
Now, I fall God! I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. But first, let me tell you this. If you should lead her into a false paradise, as it were, it were a very gross kind of behaviour, as it were. For the gentlewoman is young.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I do protest unto thee.
Oh, good-hearted me, faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
Oh, what wouldst thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her so that you don't protest, which is, I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to ship this afternoon, and there she shall at Friar Lawrence's cell be shrived and married. Here's for thy pains.
Oh, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go twice, you shall.
This afternoon, sir. Well, she shall be there.
And stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within this hour my man shall be with thee, and bring thee courts, made like tackled steps, which to the high top gallant of my joy must be my convoy in the secret night. Commend me to thy mistress. Farewell.
Oh, God in heaven bless you, sir.
What sayest thou, my dear nurse?
Oh, hearty, sir. My lady is the sweetest lady. Lord, she's a little
Commend me to thy
trepidation.
lady. Farewell.
A thousand times, sir. Peter! Take my son. Go afore and apace.
The clock struck 9 when I did call the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Oh, she is lame. Love's herald should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glide than the sun's beams, driving back shadows over lowering hills. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, my words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folk, many fain as though they were dead, unwieldy, heavy, slow, and pale as lead. Oh God, she comes. Oh, honey, that's what it is. What's that happening here? Send my man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Nurse, what news? Oh Lord, why look so sad? Oh, the news beside it, tell them merrily.
I'm a-weary. Give me leave a while. My, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I?
Oh, would thou have my bones nigh thy news? Nay, come, I pray thee, speak with good nurse, speak.
Oh, Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Can you not see that I am at...
Well, how is thou out of breath when thou hast breath to tell me thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Oh, let me be satisfied, is good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo! No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand and a foot and a body, though they're not to be taught upon, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, and yet I'll warrant you as gentle as a lamb. Well, go thy ways, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I? It beats if it will fall in 20 pieces. My back. To the side. My back. Beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death and jolting up and down.
In faith, I am sorry thou art not well. Sweet nurse. says, my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a courteous, and a handsome, and I want a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where's my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where's your mother?
God's lady dear, is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Oh, here's a coil. Nay, come, Mrs. Romeo.
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie ye hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now come to want of blood upon your cheeks. Hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by which your love must climb a bird's nest soon it is dark. I am the judge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Well, go! I'll to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
Oh, hie to high fortune, good nurse, farewell.
So heaven smile upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Do thou but close our hands with holy works. Then love devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, that in their triumph die like fire and powder. Therefore love moderately, long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Lo, here comes the lady. Oh, so light of foot will ne'er wear out the everlasting flint.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him, else is his thanks too much.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and if thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit more rich in matter than in words brags of substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. My true love has grown to such excess that I cannot sum apart my wealth.
Come away with me, and we shall make short work. For by your leaves you shall not stay alone, till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
Is very good in length, and a head that is always too good for a skull as it calls ere it be spent.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not scape abroad. Now these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou, like one of these fellows, that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table, and says, God send me no need of thee, and by the operation of the second cup draws him on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moody to be moved, and as soon moved to be moody.
And what too?
Nay, and were there two such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no reason other than because thou hast hazel eyes. Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as addle as an egg for quarrelling. Thou hast quarrelled with a man for cuffing in the street, because he hath wakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. Didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his fresh doublet before Easter, and yet thou wilt tutor me from quarrelling?
And I was so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple? Oh, simple!
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel. I care not.
Follow me close. I will speak to them. Gentlemen. Good deed. A word with one of you.
But a word with one of them? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You will find me apt enough for that, sir. And you will give me occasion.
Could you not give some occasion without taking?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort! Dost thou make minstrels of us? And thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discord. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance, dance, consort.
Talk here in the public halls of men. Either withdraw and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart.
Here all eyes gaze on us. Eyes were meant to see, and let them look. I will not budge, for no man's pleasure I.
Peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if you wear your livery.
Romeo, the hate I bear thee can afford thee no other name than this. Thou art a villain.
Oh, Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining race to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy! This shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me, therefore turn! Draw!
I do protest. I never injured thee but loved thee, better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. So, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly my own. Be satisfied.
Oh, come, dishonorable, vile submission! Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
And what wouldst thou have with me?
Nothing, good king of cats, but one of your 9 lives. Make haste. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears ere it be out.
Sir, I am for you.
Counsel, Mercutio would Arabia! Draw Benvolio, beat down their weapons. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly had forbid banding in Roma streets.
Come, sir, your passade.
Hold Tybalt, good Mercutio!
I'm hurt. Laying on both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and have nothing?
What art thou hurt?
I has crashed. Has crashed. Mary, 'tis enough.
Courage, man, the heart cannot be much.
No, it is not so deep as a well, not so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow. You shall find me a grave man. A plague on both your houses. Zounds! A dog. A rat. A mouse. A cat. Disgrace a man to death. Why the devil came in between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house. And volume. Or I shall faint. Lay. Both your houses.
They have made worms meat of me. I haven't. Sadly too. Your
Gentle Mercutio, my very friend, has bought his mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation is stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt Devanor has been my kinsman. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty has made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valorous steel.
Romeo, brave Mercutio is dead. That gallant spirit inspired the clouds that too untimely here did scorn the earth.
Oh, this day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe. Others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Oh, alive, in triumph, and Mercutio slain. Away to heaven, respective lenity, and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Tybalt, take the villain back again. That late thou givest me for Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, waiting for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him.
What a wretched boy that it can sort him here shall with him heads.
Oh, this shall determine that.
Hence, be gone away! The citizens are up. Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death, thou art taken.
Oh, unfortune's fool!
Why dost thou stay?
Which way ran he that killed Mercutio? Tybalt that murderer, which way ran he?
Realise that, Tybalt!
Up, sir, go with me. I charge thee in the prince's name, obey.
Where be the vile beginners of this fray?
Noble prince, I can discover all. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Oh, Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's child. Oh, my dear kinsman. Oh, prince, it's thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague.
No, it's justice. Mercy.
Benvolio, who began this vile fray?
Tybalt, he is slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered with calm look, gentle breath, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt. Death to peace. He cries aloud, hold friends, friends, part! And swifter than his tongue an agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them rushes, underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio. And then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge, and to it they go like lightning. For ere I could draw to part them was stout Tybalt slain. And then did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
Please appease me to the Montague, affectionate him false, he seeks not to. A number of them fought in this black strife, and all the number could, but till one life. I beg for justice, which thou prince must give. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
Dr. Romeo, and for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence.
That's not enough!
I have some interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. I shall be deaf to pleading and excuses. No tears, no prayers shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Romeo is banishment! Romeo is banishment!
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring on cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtains, love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink and Romeo leap to these arms untalked of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil knight, and learn me how to lose a winning match played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Come, knight. Come, Romeo. Come thy day in night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back. Come, gentle knight, come, loving, black-browed knight, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars. And he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. I have bought a mansion of a love and not possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. Here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. How now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there, the cause that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Aye, the cause.
I mean, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
A well a day. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. I like the day he's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can never be so envious.
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo.
What devil art thou that thus torments me so? If he be slain, say aye, if not, no. Brief sounds determine my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. saw it with mine eye. God save the mark here, on his manly breast. A piteous course, a bloody, piteous course.
Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once. To prison eyes ne'er look on liberty, vile, earth to earth resign, end motion here. For thou and Romeo cross one heavy bier.
Tybalt, the best friend I ever had. Courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that I might live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slain and is Tybalt dead, my dear love cousin and my dear lord?
Tybalt is gone and Romeo's banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, like the day it did.
Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, an honourable villain, a damned saint. Was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Or that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace?
There is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all gnawed, all descendants. Where's my man's macquarie? Shame! Come to Romeo!
Oh, blessed be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit.
But you speak well of him that killed your cousin.
Should I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord. What tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my lord. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. My husband lives that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt is dead that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort, wherefore weep I then? Some words there was worse than Tybalt's death that hath murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo is banished. That banished. That one word, banished, has slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death were woe enough had it ended there. But with a rearward following, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is mother, father, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, motion or bound in that word's death, no woe can that word sound. Where is my father and mother nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's course. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine will be spent when there's a drive for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords. All ropes you are beguiled, both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you as a highway to my bed, now I am made thy maiden widowed.
Hie you to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hie ye. He'll come. He's hid in Lawrence's cell.
Oh, go find him. Give this ring to my true knight and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man!
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I know not yet?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Ha! Banishment! Be merciful and say death, for exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
From Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Then banished is death misturned, calling death banishment. Thou cuts my head off with a golden axe, and smiles upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin! O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and taken that black word death, and turned it to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
Oh, 'tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse lives here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not. More courtship lives in carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal the mortar blessing from her lips, but Romeo may not. He is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. Sayest thou yet exile is not death? O friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howlings attend it. How hast thou the heart to mangle me with that word banished?
Thou fond madman, hear me a little speak.
Oh, thou wouldst speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armour to keep off that word. At first is sweet milk, philosophy, to comfort thee, even though thou art banished.
Oh, yet banished! And the philosophy, unless philosophy can make a Juliet, displant a town, reverse prince's doom. It helps not, it prevails not. Talk no more.
Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears.
Oh, how should they when the wise man have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee at thy estate.
Oh, thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. What thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, and I are but married, timid murderate, doting like me, banished. Then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground like I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, go hide thyself.
Oh, not I, unless the breath of heartsick grows, mist-like enfold me from the search of eyes.
Hark, how they knock. Who's there? Run to my study. By and by. God's will, what simpleness is this? I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in, you shall know my errand. I come from the Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar, tell me, Holy Friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, piteous predicament. Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping and blubbering. Well, stand up, stand up, be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Oh, speakst thou of Juliet? How is it with her? How doth she not think me an old murderer? Now I have stained the childhood of our joy, with blood removed, little from her own. Where is she and how does she? And what says my concealed lady of our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and then falls on the bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then Romeo cries, and then falls down again.
As if that name did murder her. As if that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. O friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge?
No!
Hold thy desperate hand! Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady too, who lives in thee, by doing damned hate upon thyself? Why railst thou against thy birth, the heaven, the earth? Fie, thou Seamus, thy shape, thy love, thy wit. What? Rouse thee, man. Thy Juliet is alive. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slew Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes your friend and turns it to exile. There art you happy. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence, and comfort her. But look that thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou wilt live until we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back. Nurse, go before, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed. Romeo is coming.
Oh, Lord, I could have stayed here all night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, I will tell my lady you are come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Oh, here, my lord, a ring my lady bid me give you. Will how you make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Make sure thee are gone before the watch be set, or else by daybreak did guised go hence. Sojourn in Mantua, I'll find out your man. Take my hand. Farewell. 'Tis late. Good night.
But a joy past joy calls out on me. It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we are born to die. It is very late, she'll not come down tonight. But for your company, I would have been in bed an hour ago, I promise you.
Well, these times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think in all respects she'll be ruled by me, nay, I doubt it not. Why? Go you to her, ere you go to bed, acquaint her here of my son's Paris's love, and bid her, mark you me, that on Wednesday what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Well, Wednesday is too soon. Oh, Thursday let it be. Oh, tell her Thursday she shall be married to this noble earl. I mean, will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two, for Tybalt being slain so late, it might be thought abroad that we held him carelessly if we rebel much. Therefore, we'll have some half a dozen friends and theirs and then. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Oh, get thee gone. Oh, Thursday let it be. Go you to Juliet and bid her about this brilliant wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Farewell. 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 Light to my chamber. Well, afore me.
Tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
Oh, it was the lark, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it. It is some meteor the sun hath exhaled, to be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not be gone.
Let me be ta'en. Let me be put to death. I will say yon's grace, not the morning's eye. How is my love? Let us talk, it is not day.
It is. Hie hence, be gone away. 'Tis the lark that sang so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division, this doth not so, for she divideth us. Oh, now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam! Your lady mother has come to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
The window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone so, love, lord, I, husband, friend? I must hear from me every day in the hour.
Farewell. I'll omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings. Love to thee.
Doth thou think we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these walls shall serve for sweet discourse in our time to come.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art below as one dead in the bottom of a tomb.
Oh, dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, Fortune, Fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, Fortune, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, Fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back again.
Hold, daughter. Are you up? Why? How now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well. What? Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears?
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for?
Feeling so the loss, cannot choose but weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. Yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Aye, madam. On the reach of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance, feed thou not. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live. Shall give him such an unaccustomed drum, so he will soon keep thee both company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Madam, if you could find but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo upon receipts thereof should soon sleep in quiet. How my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him.
Find out the means and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell you joyful tidings, girl.
What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child. One who to put thee from thy heaviness hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expectst not, nor I look not for.
In happy times, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant noble and the young gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
By St. Peter's Church and St. Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not wed yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom thou knows I hate rather than Paris. He's a news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now? Conduit girl, what still in tears, forevermore showering, one little body that counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind, for still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. How now, wife, have you not delivered to her our decree?
Aye, but she will none, she gives you thanks. I would the fool be married to her grave.
So, Take me with you, wife. How will she have none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count herself blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud that you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate which has meant love.
How now? Chop logic, what's this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and ye not proud. Mistress Minion, you thank me no thankings, nor proud me no proud, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither.
Father, I beg you on my knees, hear me with patience.
Hand me, young baggage, disobedient wretch. Get you to church o' Thursday next, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me, my fingers in.
You are to blame, my lord, to rest so.
Why, how now, my lady's wisdom, hold your tongue. God, red, makes me mad. Day, night, work, play, alone, together in company. Still my care hath been to have her matched. Now, having provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair demeans, youthful, nobly trained, stuffed, as they say, with honourable parts, proportioned as one's thoughts could wish a man, and then to have a wretched puling fool, a whining mammoth in her fortune's answer. I cannot wed, I cannot love, I'm too young. I pray you pardon me. But as you'll not wed, I'll pardon you. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart. Advice, as you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. If you be not, hands, beg, starve, die in the street, for by my soul, I will ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that can see into the bottom of my grief? Sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this wedding by a month, a week. Or if thou wilt not, make the wedding bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll speak not a word. Do as thou wilt, for I'll have done with thee.
Oh God! Oh nurse! Alack that heaven should punish such stratagems on so soft a subject as myself. Hast thou some comfort, nurse, some word of joy?
Faith, here it is. I think it's best you married with the county. Always a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish cloud to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Beshrew my heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good he were as you living here and no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence's cell to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiends, thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Or to the friar to know his remedy. All else fails, myself have power to die.
Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love. Now, sir,
Her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
I wish I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady toward my cell.
Happily met, my lady, and my wife.
That may be so, sir, and I may be a wife.
That maybe must be love on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye. I am sure that you love me.
If I do so, sir, it is of more price being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul. Oh, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have little victory on it. It was bad enough before their spite.
Oh, thou wrongest it more than tears with that report.
It is no slander, sir, which is the truth. What I spake to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be so, sir, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure, pensive daughter, serves me now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God's shield, I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse ye. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Shut the door. And when thou hast done so, come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past help.
Ah, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God joined my heart and Romeo, thou our hands, and ere this hand by thee to Romeo sealed shall be the label to another deed. And my true heart in treacherous revolt shall turn to another. This shall slay them both. Be not so long to speak, I long to die.
Hold thee, daughter.
To remedy.
I do spy a ray of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to kill thyself, then is it likely that thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame? And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Bid me leap rather than marry Paris, off the battlements of yonder tower, or bid me go into a new-made grave, and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that to hear them speak hath made me tremble, and I will do it, without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and its distilled liquor drink thou off. No warmth, no breath shall testify that thou livest. Now when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know of our drift. He shall hither come, and he and I shall watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee to Mantua.
Give me, tell me not to fear.
Hold. Be gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
So many
May guests invite us hear a writ. Sarah, go hire me 20 cunning cooks.
You shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try if they can lick their fingers.
How canst thou try them so?
Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that cannot lick his own fingers. Therefore, he that cannot lick his own fingers goes not with me.
Go, be gone. What? Is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, perchance he may do some good on her.
See where she comes from shrift with merry look.
How now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding?
Where I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition. To you and your behest and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforth I am ever ruled by you.
Go! Send for the county! Go tell him of this! I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I saw the young lord at Lawrence's cell, and gave him what becometh love I might, not overstepping bounds of modesty.
I am glad on this. This is well. Stand up! This is how it should be. I'm happy. Go and send for the county. Bring him hither. Now afore God, this holy reverend friar, a whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me to my closet and help fetch such needful ornaments that I should need to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go, nurse. Go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night.
Hush, don't worry. All things will be well, I warrant thee, wife. Go you to Juliet. Go trim her up. I'll not to bed tonight. Let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. What ho? All for? Well, I will myself go to the county parish and prepare him up against tomorrow. Oh, my soul and heart are wondrous light, since this same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
I pray you, leave me to myself tonight. I have the need for many orisons to make the heavens smile upon my state, which well thou knowest is cross and full of sin.
What? Are you busy, ho? Need you my help?
I pray you leave me, Lau, and let the nurse sit up with you this night. I'm sure you have your hands full in this sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall ever meet again. I have a faint cold fear through my veins. I'll call them back to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, Val. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married tomorrow morning? No. This will forbid it. Lie thou there. What if this mixture be a poison the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead? Lest in this marriage he should be dishonoured, having married me before to Romeo. I fear it is. And yet methink it not. He has still been tried a holy man. What if I wake ere the time my Romeo comes to redeem me? Will I lie stifled and die strangled in the vault ere my Romeo comes? Or if I wake, will I not be distraught and madly play with some great forefather's joints, or pluck the mangled tybalt from his shroud, and within this ranges with a club dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, devil, stay! Romeo.
drink to thee.
Ho! Take these keys and fetch more spices, nurse.
The go forgets and quips in the pastry.
Come, stir, stir, stir. The second cock has crowed, the curfew bell's rung, 'tis 3 o'clock.
We'll get you to bed. Faith, you'll be sick tomorrow for this night's watching.
No, not a whit. I have watched here now all night for lesser cause, and near been sick.
Aye, you have been a mouse hunt in your time, but I will watch you from such watching now.
A jealous hood, a jealous hood. Now, fellow, what's that?
Things for the cook, sir, but I know not what.
Make haste, make haste. Sirrah, fetch drier logs. Call Peter. He'll show you where they are.
I have a head, sir, that can find out logs, and never trouble Peter for the matter.
Mass and well said, a merry horse. Ah, thou shalt be a loggerhead. Good faith, 'tis day. The county said he would be here today, straight. I hear him near. Nurse! Nurse! Oh, nurse, I say. Go waken Juliet. Go and trim her up. I'll go and chat to the county. Make haste, aye! The Lord has come. Make haste, I say.
You take your pennyworths now. Sleep for a week. For the county Paris have set up this rest that you should rest but little. God forgive me, marry a darling. How sound is she asleep? I must needs wake her. Madam. Aye, let the county take you in your bed. You'll frighten up, will he not? What? In your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady. Alas. Help! My lady's dead. Oh, well, I dare the temper on this bone. Se m'ha quiete. My lord! My lady!
What noise is here?
A lamentable day.
What is the matter?
Look, oh, every day.
Oh me, my child, my only life. Revive, Luca, or I will die with thee. Go help!
A shame! Bring forth Juliet. Lord is come.
She's dead.
What?
Deceased. She's dead, oh, every day.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, let me see. Out of that she's cold. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower in all the field.
A woeful time.
Oh, death that has taken a hand to make me wail, ties up my tongue and will not let me speak.
Come! Is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before thy wedding day hath death lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower that she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law, death is my heir, my daughter he hath married. I will die and leave him all. Death, life, living, all is dead.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face, and doth it give me such a sight as this?
But one poor and loving child, and cruel death hath catched it from my side.
Oh, woeful day. Most lamentable day. Most woeful day that ever has it yet behold.
Beguiled, divorced, woe
Why camest thou now to murder our solemnity?
Peace, Hogan! For shame! Confusion's cure lives not with these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and so is it the better for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. The most you sought for her was her promotion. Dry up your tears, and stick your rosemary on this fair course, and as the custom is, in all her best array, bear her to church. Sir, you go in. Madam, you go with him. And Sir Paris, go. Everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens do lour upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
Faith, we may put up our pipes and be gone.
Promise, good fellas. Aye, put up. For well you know, this is a pitiful case.
Musicians, oh musicians, my heart is full of woe. Oh, play me some merry dump to comfort me.
Not a dump, we. And it's no time to play now.
You will not then?
No.
I will then give it you soundly.
Well, say, what will you give us?
No money on my faith, but the gleek. I will give you the minstrel.
Well, then I shall give you the serving creature.
And I will lay the serving creature's dagger on your pate.
Oh, pray you, put up your dagger and put out your wit.
And have at you with my wit. I'll dry beat you with an iron wit and put up my iron dagger.
What a pestilent knave this is sick.
Oh, hang him. Come, we'll in here, tarry with the mourners, and then stay dinner.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. And all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips, that I revived, and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Hast thou no letters to me from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fair is Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper, and high-post horses, all hands tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Tush, thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter, get thee gone. Have those horses. I'll leave thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let us see for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter the thoughts of a desperate man. I do remember an apothecary in tattered weeds, with overwhelming brows. Sharp misery had worn him to the bones. Noting this penury to myself, I said, and if a man did need a poison now, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it him. Oh, this same thought did but forerun my need, and this same needy man must sell it me.
Oh,
friar, brother home!
Thus say to be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his man be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find the barefoot brother out here in the city, visiting the sick and finding him. The searchers of this town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that might speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bare my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it, here it is again, nor get a messenger to bring it thee, so fearful were they of infection.
Unhappy fortune. By my brotherhood, this letter was not nice, but full of charge. Have dear import. The neglecting of it may do much danger. Friar John, go hence and fetch me a lantern and bring it straight unto my cell.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now I must go to the monument alone. Within 3 hours, fair Juliet awakes. A living corpse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Give me thy light, boy. Hence, and stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I would not be seen. Under yond yew trees lay thee all along, holding thine ear close to the hollow ground. So shall no foot upon the churchyard tread, but thou shalt hear it. Whistle then to me as signal thou hearest something approach.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. Yet I will adventure.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh woe, thy canopy is dust and stones. The obsequies that I for thee will keep, nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What? With a light? Muffle me, night, awhile.
Hold, take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee, whate'er thou seest or hearest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost return to pry in what I further shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live and be prosperous. Farewell, my fellow.
For all this same, I'll hide me hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
Thou detestable mole, thou womb of death gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
Stop, thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Obey, and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Hence be gone. By heaven, I love thee better than myself, for I come hither armed against myself.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon.
Or wilt thou provoke me? Have it, the boy!
Oh Lord, take flight. I will go.
Juliet! Mercutio's kinsman. Noble County Paris. What said my man when my betrothed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. A grave? Oh no, slaughtered youth, a lantern. For here lies Juliet. Her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence full of light. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks. And death's pale flag is not advanced there. Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? Forgive me, cousin. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Oh, here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, you, the doors of breath, sealed with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die.
St. Francis be thy speed. How often I did my old feet stumble to grave.
Who's that? Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well.
Bliss be upon thee. Tell me, good my friend, what light shines yon that vainly shares his light with grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern it burneth in the Capel monument.
It doth so, holy sir. And there is my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour.
Come with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir.
Stay there. I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. How much I fear some ill, unlucky thing.
I dreamt my master and another thought, and that my master slew him.
Romeo! What needs this masterless and gory sword? Romeo, open. Who else? At Paris too? Oh, the lady stands.
Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
Oh, thou hast gone out! I hear a noise. Come away, lady. Thy husband in thy bosom lies there dead, and Paris too. Stay not to question, for the watcher coming.
All's well, east corner.
Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Go get me hence or not away.
All's well, Lord Gordon.
A cup placed in my true love's hand. Poison, it seems, had been his timely end. Old churl drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I'll kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet still doth remain to let die with the restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lady boy, which way?
Yea, noise. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, here's thy sheath. There rust and let me die. This is the place. There,
Search about the churchyard. Pitiful sight, here lies County Paris slain. And Juliet, warm, bleeding, and newly dead, who here hath lain these 2 days buried. Go tell the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues, some other search.
Here's Romeo's man.
Found him in the churchyard. Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Here is a friar that trembles, sighs, and weeps.
What misadventure is so early up that calls us from our morning's rest?
What should it be that they so shriek abroad?
People in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris, and all run with open outcry toward the monument.
What fear is this which strikes upon our ears?
Sovereign, here lies County Paris, slain, and Juliet dead, and Romeo dead before, warm and new killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Oh heaven, oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds.
Oh me, this side of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her breath. What farther woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
O thou untaught, what manners is in this to press before thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head and true descent. Then I will be general of your woes. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, myself contented and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
Romeo, there dead, was married to that Juliet. She there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tipple's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city. For whom, not Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove this siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have perforce married her to County Paris. She then comes to me, and with wild-eyed looks bid me find some mean to rid her from this second marriage, or else there in my cell would she kill herself. Then I gave her, as tutored by my art, a sleeping draught, which did work on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come on this dire night, that being the time upon which the potion's force should cease. But he that bare my letter, Friar John, was stayed by an accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. And when I came here, a minute ere her awakening, untimely lay noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her to come forth, but she, too desperate, would not come with me, and as it seems, did violence on herself. All this I know, and if aught in this miscarried by my fault, may this old life be sacrificed at some hour before his time.
We still have known thee as a holy man. Where be Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua. This letter he early bid me give his father, and threatened me with death going in the vault. I departed not and left him there.
Give me the letter. Where's the county's page that raised the watch? Sirrah, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Along comes one with light to old the tomb, and by my master drew on him, and then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter makes good the friar's words. The course of their love the tidings of her death. Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See, what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise a statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo by his lady lie, poor sacrifices to our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning brings, for sorrow doth the sun hide his head. Go hence, and have more talk of these sad things. Some will be pardoned, some punished, for never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.